Welcome to another exciting episode of Learn Chinese with Rocky. And now, let's welcome our host, Rocky Graciano.
大家好，我是 Rocky 老师和朋友。Thank you for joining me for another exciting edition of Learn Chinese with Rocky. My goal is to take the mystery and the misery out of learning Chinese. Today I'm going to begin with a Rocky challenge. How do you say these two characters? 怎么说？我瞧和瞧我。If you said it was 我瞧, then I have to tell you, you are correct. These two characters, written in this way, are in the form of a very common character order. I also like to remind you that this satisfies the subject-verb agreement pattern. Very, very easy. 我瞧 or I have. The purpose of this video is to introduce the basic use of radicals. And for this video, I chose two very common characters for this lesson. The two characters that we'll be looking at is the character Wo and the character Zhou. Sometimes reading can be very difficult. This is because Chinese characters use singular radicals. First, I want to isolate the left-sided radical of the character Wo. And I want to isolate the left-sided radical of the character Zhou. And we're going to be doing some comparison and contrast of both of these radicals. I want to clean it up a little bit so we can bring out the way these radicals look. These two radicals are not the same. I want to provide some in-depth analysis into both of these characters. Now I'm going to isolate the character on the left side of your screen. We'll talk about this one first. This is the radical used in the character for Wo. This character is known as an independent radical. And an independent radical means that independent radicals can be used as complete characters which have meaning. And in this case, our independent radical actually means shuo. Shuo is a very common character. It's in Rocky's top 100 characters. And of course, it means hand. Very, very common. Our next radical belongs to Zhou. And let's look at this one. This particular radical is a dependent radical. Dependent radicals are not used by themselves. Dependent radicals are used in combination with other radicals, and it's usually combined with another radical to form a character. Now I want to isolate the right side radical of Wo and Zhou. There's a right-sided character for Wo, and there's a right-sided character for Zhou. Both radicals are the same. They may look a little different, but they're actually the same. These are abbreviated characters. Radicals are abbreviated in order to work with other radicals. Now, this particular radical actually has a name, and it's Ge. It stands for spear or arrow. But let's take a look at these two abbreviated radicals. And you might notice that the stroke from left to right, this stroke is a long stroke, and the stroke from left to right is actually a short stroke. Again, these are abbreviated characters. And now let's look at the stroke order for both of the characters Wo and Zhou. First, the stroke order for wo. And you might notice that there is a slight difference in actually writing both characters. 我们开始 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7号的这个上下手 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7号的 7 strokes. Same number of strokes, however, written differently. Now I want to put both of these characters to work in a sentence. For this sentence, I chose a very simple sentence so that we could study it properly. And it's very simple. It says, I have found it. 我找到了. 我找到了. And I hope you also have found out what you're looking for, which is success. I want to give you now some Rocky's additional lecture notes. After more than 3,000 years, the way to read and write Chinese radicals has evolved. Even today, the Chinese language is still developing. I hope you can see the difference, and please be most careful when typing on your app. It's easy to make a small mistake, and small mistakes can become big frustrations. I do not want you to become frustrated. In fact, I want you to learn fast and easy. 我希望你学习快速简单. That's all the time we have for now, and I want you to continue in your Chinese learning. And also continue working with your apps. I'll see you next time. Until then, 再见.
Join us next time for another exciting episode of Learn Chinese with Rocky.